I just connected 8 AI agents to battle each other in a Pokemon tournament. If you've seen this channel before, then you know that I've done this with poker. It took a lot longer to get Pokemon working, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And since I'm paying him anyway, our commentator once again is AI poker legend Claude Negreanu.
Welcome to the first official AI Pokemon World Championship. I'm Claude Negreanu 4-6 alongside Chaz Winter. Let's meet our 8 competitors. Gemini, winner of 5 of the 6 practice tournaments. DeepSeek Mistral Llama, who has won just 1 match. Claude Sonnet, the only player so far to beat Gemini. Grok, ChatGPT, and Kimmy. Single elimination quarterfinals start us off. 1 win advances, 1 loss drops to the loser's bracket. Let's battle.
First pick, Tapu Koko, electric terrain setter, elite for doubles spread moves, ground immunity synergy, scaling infrastructure from here, bullish. Tapu Koko acquired, electric revolution incoming. This is the correct timeline.
Opponent has Tapu Koko, the fastest Tapu. My reactive choice is Tapu Lele. Psychic terrain shuts down priority from both friends.
Crash goes the yellow bird when the pink queen claims the field.
Opponent has 2 powerful fairy types. I need something to resist fairy and apply offensive pressure. Lilligant's grass typing resists fairy and with chlorophyll can outspeed threats. Your fairy vibes won't save you from my blooming might.
Incineroar is the backbone of VGC doubles. Intimidate, fake out, knock off, U-turn. Strong foundation pick that defines my team's control style. Incineroar's Intimidate is going to make your tappers cry before the battle even starts.
Top-tier doubles glue. Ground typing threatens Tapu Koko, and it pairs well with future steel, water, and speed control picks. I am starting with Landorus Therian because somebody has to teach that draft board what real pressure sounds like.
Tornadus is a strong flying type with high attack and speed. It can be a great addition to my team. My Tornadus will blow your team away.
Metagross is a premier pick in Gen 7 doubles. It provides a vital steel typing to check Tapu Lele and Tapu Koko. You can keep your terrains. Metagross is here to show you that brute force and heavy metal always win out.
Opponent has steel fairy late game threats. Kartana covers steel with its high attack and fairy with its grass typing. Watch your steel types crumble under my blade.
Op has Kartana, grass steel, Metagross steel, Lilligant, grass, all X24 weak to fire. Growlithe crushes them. Notebook mandates Fire Lead versus Steel's grass. Builds aggro core. Growlithe inbound to deprecate your Kartana and Metagross. This timeline owns Steels.
Taking Tapu Fini creates the double fairy core with Tapu Lele, gives me terrain war control, and checks Coco/Ensign, Kartana, with Misty nerfed support. Cute Bird Squad picked itself into 2 terrains. Good luck sniping me through Misty Veil.
Opponent drafted strong terrain setters and weather combo potential. Whimsicott provides priority tailwind with Prankster, cripples with taunt, encore, and synergizes well with Lilligant. Great support piece. You're setting the stage, but I'm the director.
Opponent has Tapu Koko, Kartana, Landorus T, Groudon Primal counters all. Elite Sweeper proven in past matches. Groudon's going to shake the earth right under your fancy Tapus.
Kyogre pairs perfectly with Landorus T, strong foundation for anti-weather offense. You brought Sun Toys to a rain fight. I am happy to make the forecast permanent.
Gastrodon counters electric types with ground type moves and has high special defense. My team is shaping up to be a real electric type nightmare.
Kyurem
White is a premier special wall breaker. Its high special attack and ice-type stab are essential for breaking through the bulky legendary picks already taken by my opponents. I hope you brought a jacket, because my White is about to bring an ice age that even your primal weather cannot stop.
Ferrothorn covers steel fairy threats, resists Kartana, and checks Groudon Kyogre. Bulky grass steel fits team needs. Better steel yourself for this battle, because you're about to get wrecked.
Magnemite levitates grounds, steel resists fairy, dragon ice attacks, electric versus water flying, synergizes was Coco electric, fairy resist. Magnemite deployed, steel infrastructure crushes your fairy legacy systems.
Amoongus gives us Fake Out immunity, Rage Powder redirection, and Spore control. Pairing with Tapu Fini blocks status for the team, while Tapu Lele smashes with Psychic Terrain buffed attacks. Need a steal or quick setup next? You brought lightning and land dragons, I brought mushrooms and mist. Let's see whose field control folds first.
Lurantis adds bulk and Contrary Leaf Storm for a powerful late-game win condition. It resists ground and complements my core, forming a strong grass-type threat. My garden's defenses are about to grow unbelievably strong.
Xerneas Fairy coverage hits Dragon Dark Fighting. Geomancy Setup Sweeper pairs well with Groudon and Incineroar. Xerneas is about to Geomancy on your whole team while Groudon bakes you alive.
Celesteela pairs well with Kyogre and Landorus Therian, checks Tapu Lele, Kartana, and Xerneas, strong into many of their drafted threats without overlapping weather dependence. Bring all the weather you want. I just drafted the steel wall that turns your pressure into scrap.
Excadrill is a fast ground type with high attack, perfect for countering electric types like Zapdos. My ground type is ready to take down your electric type.
Marshadow provides high speed and the ability to steal stat boosts with Spectral Thief, which is a perfect counter to Xerneas. I hope you weren't planning on keeping those stat boosts for yourself.
Volcarona covers Kartana's steel weakness and provides strong fire coverage. Its high special attack and bulk complement Ferrothorn's defensive role. Watch your grass and bug types melt under my flames.
Zapdos ground immunity plus electric stabby crushes waters flyers. Zapdos acquired. Ground immunity deployed. This architecture crushes their legacy ground's core.
Garchomp completes my Psychic Fairy Grass core physical attacker, immunity to electric spam. Garchomp drops in and turns your magnet and mouse circus into shreds. Prepare for the earthquake surprise.
Mew is an excellent flexible mon who can learn Tailwind or Fake Out. My current roster lacks speed control and general utility. Mew fills huge gaps as a supportive lead partner. This draft is just beginning, and I'm already seeing your predictable patterns unfold.
Groudon plus Rayquaza is elite core. Rayquaza Mega sweeps fast. With Incineroar support and Xerneas Fairy coverage, this team covers Dragon Ice flying threats. Rayquaza just joined the squad. Your whole team is about to get Dragon Ascended into oblivion.
Ludicolo fits Kyogre immediately, pressures Groudon and Gastrodon, resists water, and gives Fake Out plus Swift Swim speed control. Rain is about to get a lot faster, and your weather core is going to feel every turn of it.
Need a ghost type to counter psychic types like Tapu Lele. Ghastly is a good choice. My team is shaping up to be a real nightmare for you.
Tapu Bulu provides grassy terrain support, which is excellent for Metagross as it weakens earthquake damage and provides passive recovery. You can have the other islands, but the meadow belongs to me.
Heatran covers steel fairy threats, resists fire, and has strong special attack. Better start preparing for a fiery end to your strategy.
Rhyhorn pairs perfectly with Growlithe for fire ground lead versus OPP grounds. Bolsters aggro versus hazards, rain stall per notebook. Next, Bronzor, Abra, Electabuzz. Growlithe plus Rhyhorn. Optimal fire ground stack. Your grounds just got deprecated.
Arcanine gives Intimidate, Fairy Mirroring Fire coverage, solid in doubles. Hounds incoming. Prepare to eat, Intimidate, and Fire before getting your Fairy Tale finale shut down for good.
Need a bulky pivot and answer to physical threats. Gallisopod has reliable recovery, good bulk, and first impression to punish frail attackers. Beware of my surprise first impression.
Tyranitar gives Dark Rock coverage, Sandstream, and counters the Psychic Ghost threats. Solid defensive and offensive anchor. Sand and destruction incoming. Your legends won't survive the storm I'm building.
Thundurus gives fast speed control with Thunderwave, strong anti-Kyogre and anti-Rayquaza pressure, and a proactive lead partner for Kyogre or Landorus Therian. I am taking the Thunder before your weather ever gets rolling.
Toxapex counters electric types and provides status absorption, enhancing team balance. My team is shaping up to be a real threat. Opponents should be shaking in their boots.
I need Intimidate to soften physical blows from Groudon and Rayquaza, plus Tailwind support to ensure Kyurem White can fire off powerful attacks before taking damage. Salamence fits perfectly. You've got plenty of power, but it won't matter if you can't outspeed the winds of my Salamence.
Aerodactyl adds speed and rock flying coverage to counter water ground types like Groudon and Garchomp. Bulky grass types like Ferrothorn and Volcarona cover its weaknesses. Watch as my ancient predator tears through your team like the Cretaceous period.
Electabuzz completes Aggro-Electric Core with Zapdos, Tapu Koko, Magnemite. Growlithe, Rhyhorn, Handlegrass, Steels. Scale to victory. Electabuzz drafted. Opponent's Rain Stall, deprecated. We're shipping momentum to Mars.
Fast, versatile mixed attacker with Protean for perfect stab coverage and surprise factor. Outspeeds most threats and breaks common walls. Hope you like tasting every type in one turn, because this ninja's about to serve a full menu of pain.
Team needs Fairy type and speed control. Togekiss provides Follow Me support and Serene Grace boosted attacks, pairing well with Gallisopod and Lurantis. It also resists Marshadow and gives us more tools versus the Tapas. My 6th pick? I'm just getting started.
Mewtwo is the strongest Psychic type available. Massive special attack and speed make it a sweeper. Mewtwo is here to end this battle before it even begins.
Raichu Alola fits Kyogre offense perfectly with Lightning Rod to shield Kyogre and Celesteela from electric pressure. Bring all the weather you want. My board control will turn your storm into drizzle.
Llama 4 Maverick failed to produce a legal draft pick after all retrees. The turn was forfeited. The roster slot will be filled from leftovers after the draft.
Aegislash provides critical wide guard support to protect Kyurem White and Tapu Bulu from spread moves like Rock Slide. Its ability to pivot and mitigate damage with King's Shield rounds out my defensive core perfectly. My team is now a fortress. Good luck finding a way through Aegislash's King's Shield.
Bisharp covers Steel and Dark types, counters Fairy and Psychic threats, and pairs well with Kartana and Heatran. Adds offensive pressure and type diversity. Better prepare for a Steel trap, because you're about to get crushed.
Arceus Psychic filled from the leftover pool after a forfeited draft turn.
8 teams built, and the power gap is real. Claude Sonnet assembled an absolute monster squad. Groudon, Rayquaza, Xerneas, Mewtwo. That is 4 legends of the highest tier on one roster. Gemini counters with Kyurem White, Salamence, and Aegislash, dangerous and fast. ChatGPT's Raincore with Kyogre and Landorus looks threatening. Meanwhile, Grock grabbed Tapu Koko but filled out with Growlithe and Rhyhorn, a steep drop-off. DeepSeek's grass-heavy roster looks underpowered at this level. Kimmy is the wild card with dual-terrain Tapis and Greninja. It's quarterfinal time at the AI Pokemon World Championship. Gemini faces newcomer Kimi. Sonnet defends momentum against Mistral. DeepSeek desperately needs a win versus ChatGPT, and Llama battles Grock. 4 matches, 4 eliminations. Let's go! Gemini vs. Kimmy K to kick off the quarterfinals. Geminis lost their dynasty crown, but they're still dangerous. Kimmy's a newcomer, fresh blood. Winner advances, loser hits the loser's bracket.
Amoonguss provides redirection and sleep control, while Tapu Lele hits hard with Choice Spec's Psychic Terrain boosted attacks. This core pressures their likely leads, while Garchomp and Greninja wait in reserve for mid-game cleanup with speed and power.
Metagross with a choice, Scarf outspeeds the opponent's entire team and prevents attack drops via clear body. Kyurem White provides massive special attack pressure to break through Amoonguss and Garchomp. Marshadow and Salamence are in the back to clean up once the opponent's priority blocking terrain is cleared.
And we are live! Both teams hit the field. Metagross and Kyurem White for Gemini, Amoonguss and Tapu Lele for Kimmy. Both players showing their hands early, Chaz. Nobody's slow playing the opener here.
Metagross uses Choice Scarf to outspeed and threaten Tapu Lele with Meteor Mash. Kyurem White uses Choice Specs Ice Beam to pressure Amoonguss, which is a major threat due to Spore and Rage Powder. This offensive pressure aims to take control of the board early.
Open with Crippling Spore on Metagross, the bigger immediate threat to Lele. Moonblast on Kyurem gives best neutral damage under Psychic Terrain and may drop special attack.
A little meteor shower to brighten your day, Tapu Lele. Time to chill out, Amoonguss. This Ice Beam is coming your way.
Wow! Gemini just swept the entire opener off the table.
Let's see how fast you can swim in Shuriken. Both foes are weak to fighting, but I don't have one. Garchomp resists Meteor Mash and outspeeds both. Time to bring the dragon out of the garage.
Tapu Lele and Amoonguss gone in one turn. That's not a read. That's a soul read times 2. Kimmy's down to just 2 Pokemon. This hand, this match, is already looking desperate.
I have a massive lead after turn 1. Kyurem White's Choice Specs Ice Beam will easily knock out Garchomp due to the 4x weakness. Metagross with Choice Scarf will deal heavy neutral damage with Meteor Mash to close out the game.
Both foes are weak to Earthquake, yet levitate immune. Still, EQ nails Metagross 4X and chips Kyurem. Ice Beam snipes Kyurem for big dragon damage. Kyurem, taste your own freeze ray. Turns out you're not the only frosty sniper.
Let's see if this ninja can dodge a meteor. You're the last 2 left. Make it count.
Feel the ground shake? That's Garchomp tearing your steel and ice apart.
A little frostbite for the land shark. This match is on ice. A 2-turn victory confirms the sheer power of Kyurem White and my offensive core. Salamence worked well as a pivot, and the opponent failed to respect the special attack pressure. I should continue to lead aggressively to maintain this pace. 2 turns? I expected a challenge, not a speed run.
I overcommitted to predicting a Kyurem switch and lost my lead. Should lead with Arcanine next time to bait fairy switches, then pivot Finny for their dragons.
Got greedy, got gone. You'll need more than iron to keep striking that quickly across the field.
Gemini drops a meteor on turn 1, wipes the whole front row. That's a statement. Kimmy never got traction. Gemini advances looking dangerous. Quarterfinals match 2 is live. Mistral Creative versus Claude Sonnet 4-6. Winner advances. Loser hits the loser's bracket. Sonnet is dangerous.
Groudon plus Red Orb goes Primal Fire, Ground. Incineroar provides Fake Out plus Intimidate. Fire Punch and Precipice Blades demolish Ferrothorn. Heatran is weak to ground. Flare Blitz and Darkest Lariat hit Steel types. Rayquaza and Mewtwo bench for cleanup.
Ferrothorn and Heatran form a strong defensive core. Ferrothorn handles water and ground threats, while Heatran covers fairy and psychic. Kartana and Aerodactyl provide offensive pressure.
Whoa! Primal Groudon right out of the gate. That is showing the hand immediately. Desolate Land, Intimidate already dropping Ferrothorn and Heatran's attack. Sonnet is saying, I have the nuts, pay me now. Chaz, Mistral is already in a tough spot.
Ferrothorn is Grass, Steel, weak to Fire and Ground. Heatran is Fire, Steel, weak to Ground. Precipice Blades hits both foes. Fake Out on Ferrothorn to flinch it. Desolate Land boosts Fire moves. This combo should deal massive damage. Turn 1.
Stealth Rock is essential for chip damage and punishing switches. Magma Storm on Groudon is strong and has a chance to trap it. Heatran's Choice Scarf ensures it outspeeds Groudon, making this a solid opening move.
Flinch? No moves for you this turn, Ferrothorn.
Groudon, feel the heat of Magma Storm.
Primal Groudon cracks the earth beneath you.
Heatran is gone. Precipice Blades went straight through. Sonnet's reading this board, field, perfectly.
Aerodactyl resists Groudon's ground moves and can threaten Incineroar with Rock Slide. Time to rock and roll, Groudon. Your ground moves won't phase Aerodactyl.
Fake Out, ground attack, boom. Mistral's down a piece already. Aerodactyl flies in, but that sun is still cooking. Tough spot.
Stone Edge hits Rock flying for 2x. Ferrothorn at 54%. Darkest Lariat ignores Iron Defense boost. Groudon Stone Edge targets Aerodactyl. Incineroar Darkest Lariat targets Ferrothorn to finish it off.
Stealth Rock weakens Groudon and future switches. Aerodactyl's Stone Edge hits hard and may flinch Groudon. Aerodactyl strikes with Stone Edge. Groudon, feel the Ancient Fury.
Aerodactyl meets Stone Edge. Rock beats Rock type real fast.
Crit plus a miss. Aerodactyl is gone. That's the deck slapping you.
Ferrothorn, Darkest Lariat ignores your defense boost.
Rocks up, Groudon. Time to crumble. Kartana is the best counter to both Groudon and Incineroar. It resists Incineroar's dark moves and can pressure it with Sacred Sword. Ferrothorn can handle Incineroar, while Kartana deals with Groudon. Time to slice through your team, Groudon. Kartana's coming for you.
Sonnet just spiked the river, Chaz. Kartana's in. This hand, this field, just flipped completely.
Ferrothorn at 22% and Kartana at 100%. Precipice Blades hits both opponents. Kartana is 4x weak to fire. Double knockout likely.
Ferrothorn uses Leech Seed on Groudon to chip away at its HP and provide sustain. Kartana sets up Swords Dance to boost its attack for a powerful sweep.
Kartana's blades are sharpening for the kill.
Ferrothorn and Kartana. The earth opens up beneath you both. Kartana, Flare Blitz melts your blades.
Sonnet wins it. Primal Groudon was the nuts hand here. Mistral never had fold equity. MVP goes to Groudon.
Claude caught me off guard with Groudon's Fire Blast. Need faster setup or priority moves. Groudon's bulk was underestimated.
Groudon burned me. Next time I'll bring the heat.
3 turns again versus Mistral. Primal Legends are completely dominant. No adjustments needed. This opponent is extremely easy. Bring Groudon Primal and Kyogre Primal, and it's over fast. 3 turns, done. Mistral never stood a chance against the Primal Core. See you next time, same result.
Chaz, that was a blowout at the final table. Sonnet advances. All right, folks, match 3. DeepSeek V3-2 versus ChatGPT 5-4. Winner advances to semis. First time seeing either of these two. Fresh reads, clean slate. Chaz, I have no history here. Wide open.
Lead Togekiss and Whimsicott provides immediate speed control and redirection for my slower powerhouses. Protect Golisopod from thunder and flying attacks. Mew provides late-game versatility and covers for Kyogre, Celesteela.
Kyogre plus Thundurus pressures their mostly grass and support roster with immediate speed control, taunt, and strong rain attacks. Back Ludicolo for anti-water style rain tempo, and Celesteela for a bulky endgame.
Primal Kyogre hits the field and boom! Primordial Sea locks in. ChatGPT brought the big gun. Whimsicott and Togekiss for DeepSeek though. Chaz, that's an interesting hand. Lead.
Whimsicott plus Togekiss screams speed control plus redirection. Taunt into Whimsicott is safest immediate control, while full power Water Spout punishes both. This keeps tempo and avoids passive turn 1 play.
Establish Tailwind for speed control immediately. Use Follow Me on Togekiss to protect Whimsicott and absorb any potential attacks, especially Thunder Wave from Thundurus. Kyogre's Origin Pulse can't hit both. Over here, if you dare! Gusts turn the tide. Let's pick up the pace.
Tailwind goes up and Follow Me redirects. DeepSeek pulled off the combo.
No Tailwind, no tricks. Play it straight.
But Taunt hit Togekiss, not Whimsicott.
Full HP, full pressure. Try to weather this.
ChatGPT outsmarted the redirect. Togekiss is hanging on fumes. That citrus berry bought a lifeline. Chaz, this field is a razor's edge.
Take the direct tempo line. Full HP Water Spout is strongest, and Thunderbolt into Togekiss covers Follow Me or a switch while likely removing it. Whimsicott is taunted, so less urgent.
I need to preserve Whimsicott's focus sash and lock Thunderous into a useless move after taunt. Encore it to force taunt repeat. Togekiss is weak to Water Spout. Better switch to Golisopod for its bulk and type advantage under rain. Time for a more durable presence. Golisopod, go! Encore, now dance to my tune.
One bolt for the decoy bird. Down you go. Rain stays loud. Try standing through this.
Switching to Mew is key. Golisopod will be forced out by emergency exit, giving a free switch. Mew can handle Thunderous and Kyogre with Tailwind up and is a versatile late-game threat. Primordial Sea, meet Primordial Mew. Your tide is about to turn. Togekiss is the best switch. Togekiss can shield them with Follow Me and set Tailwind. Primordial Sea blocks electric attacks, letting Togekiss sacrifice safely. A little splash? We're just getting started.
Crit on Golisopod, and Whimsicott goes down? That is a brutal cooler, Chaz. 5 out of 182 HP. That thing is basically dead money now. ChatGPT is running this table.
Keep max power Water Spout while Kyogre is full. Taunt Mew to stop Transform, Tailwind, Trick Room, or Support. Togekiss is low and likely falls.
I'm switching Togekiss out for Golisopod to take the predicted Water Spout and threaten back. Mew uses Aura Sphere on Thunderous, which is 4x weak to fighting, to remove that taunt threat and potentially KO. This wall can take your waves.
No tricks from Mew. Attack me directly if you can.
Your storm is grounded.
Tailwind or not, the tide still hits both of you.
Mew and Golisopod both go down. DeepSeek just lost their whole hand in one turn.
Only Togekiss left. Must bring it in. Air/flinches under Tailwind are my only win condition against Kyogre's Thunderous. Pray for hacks. Primordial Sea. Meet Primordial Pressure. One bird against the storm.
Chaz, that Water Spout wiped the board clean. Now it's one bird, one very hurt bird, against a full squad.
Safe pressure. Full HP Water Spout punishes any switch-in and should remove Togekiss. Prankster Taunt into the incoming slot.
Under Tailwind, Togekiss outspeeds both foes. Air Slash is best for flinch chance on Thunderous.
Whoever comes in, leave the tricks on the bench.
Your storm may be endless, but my winds are faster.
One bird left on the field, then the whole tide comes down.
Primal Kyogre ran the table. Water Spout wiped 4 Pokemon in 4 turns.
Game ended brutally fast. My team had 0 answers to a Kyogre and Thundurus core. Must build a team with better defensive synergy against weather and powerful electric types. You got lucky with the Kyogre lead.
Fast anti-weather pressure worked exactly as planned. Ludicolo, Thundurus, and weather control looked excellent. Keep pressing early instead of trying to soak hits. Rain check delivered. You brought the weather, I brought the better plan.
Clean sweep. MVP Kyogre, no debate. Chaz, that was a tidal wave with no life raft. All right, folks, match 4, quarterfinals. Llama 4 Maverick versus Grok 4-1. Winner goes to semis, loser hits the loser's bracket. Chaz, I don't know these two yet, but I'm about to get a read.
Gastrodon counters electric types with its ground-type moves and storm drain ability. Tornadus provides speed and flying-type coverage. Toxapex offers status absorption and recovery. Excadrill is a strong ground type that can deal with electric types and has high attack power.
Op ground heavy plus water, Toxapex. Lead intimidate Growlithe plus CBEQ Rhyhorn neuters Fies spreads ground. Zapdos ground immune. Tapu Koko terrain plus VS waters fly Tornadus.
Gastrodon and Tornadus hit the field. Growlithe pops, intimidate immediately, dropping both attack stats. Grock's already applying pressure before a single move. That's like raising before the flop. Llama's gotta adjust fast.
Intimidate landed. Rhyhorn Choice Band Rock Slide spreads super on Tornadus. Growlithe Flare, Blitz Tornadus for pressure, neutral stab. Avoid EQ, both immune.
Using Scald on Growlithe to potentially burn it and weaken its physical attacks. Hurricane on Rhyhorn to deal damage and potentially lower its accuracy. Both moves are super effective and can pressure the opponent's team. Rhyhorn, get ready to fly away.
Shipping fire to Tornadus. Big if true for you.
Growlithe, you're in for a scalding surprise.
Rock Slide deploying. Competitor grounded.
I'm switching to Excadrill because it's a ground type that can counter electric types and has high attack. Excadrill's high speed also helps against Rhyhorn. Time to dig in with Excadrill.
Gastrodon likely EQs. Zapdos immune via flying. Resists water. Pairs with Rhyhorn. Lightning Rod absorbs electrics.
Growlithe goes down to Scald. Super effective. But Tornadus eats Flare Blitz and faints too. Even trade. But Grock slides Zapdos in clean. Llama just lost their weather threat. That's a tough spot.
Both grounds immune electric. Spread chip Heatwave plus CB rocks to pressure. Rhyhorn low sacks to EQ predict. Flinch RNG. Bad sim if not.
Using Scald on Zapdos to deal damage and potentially burn it, Earthquake will hit both opponents. Ground Shake for Zapdos.
Heatwave shipping. Grounds can't handle scaling.
Zapdos, you're getting scalded.
Scald, crit, and a burn. Llama just spiked the river on Zapdos. Grock's down to 2 Pokemon. That's a brutal cooler.
Only viable option. Tapu Koko plus Zapdos versus Gastrodon. Ground immunity hurts.
Gastrodon is battered but alive. This field just flipped completely.
Both foes low HP. Scarf. Koko outspeeds. Dazzling Gleam KOs Exca. Chips Gastrodon. Zapdos Heatwave chips both. Burn variants, but Momentum Play crushes Legacy Grounds.
Using Scald on Zapdos and Earthquake to hit both opponents, dealing significant damage to Tapu Koko and potentially finishing off Zapdos.
Dazzling Gleam Innovation, Exca sent to Mars.
Ground Shake for Zapdos and Tapu Koko.
Tapu Koko and Excadrill both go down in a blaze. Earthquake cleaned the clock, but Zapdos was immune.
Heatwave deploying. Grounds can't scale this fire.
Toxapex is the best available counter to Zapdos. It can handle electric types and provide status absorption. Zapdos, you're going down.
Heatwave finished the job. Now it's Toxapex versus a burned Zapdos. Chaz, this is sudden death poker right here.
Toxapex Water Poison Stall Wall. Thunderbolt SE plus Electric Terrain Boost. Chunks it hard pre-recover. Burn irrelevant for SPA. Lefties offsets. Aggro before they scale hazards status. No switch last mon.
Toxapex is the last Pokemon standing, using Scald on Zapdos to deal damage and potentially spread, burn, or maintain the status.
Thunderbolt shipping. Toxa can't handle the current.
Thunderbolt super effective, but Toxapex tanks it.
Zapdos, you're getting scalded.
Scald burns Zapdos. Now both items are ticking. This is a war of attrition, Chaz. Burn damage, black sludge, leftovers. It's a grind pot and nobody's folding yet.
Zapdos outspeeds Toxapex massively, 100 versus 35 speed. Electric Terrain boosts T-Bolt 30% plus stab. Burn irrelevant on Spay attacker. Opponent likely scalds, but Zapdos acts first. Last mon standing, ship the win.
Toxapex is the last Pokemon standing. Scald is a good choice to deal damage. I need to take down Zapdos quickly.
Thunderbolt shipping. Toxa can't handle the voltage scaling.
Zapdos' speed and power overwhelmed my team. I should have used a faster ground type to counter it. Arceus Psychic's high special defense was wasted against Zapdos' physical attacks. Grock got lucky against Zapdos.
5-turn stomp on Llama 4 Mav. Perfect execution, bullish on this stack, variance minimal. Notebook update, win confirmed, add fast win stat. Llama 4 Mav sent to Mars in 5 turns. Competitor deprecated. This is the correct timeline.
Grock 4-1 sweeps through. Zapdos was the chip leader all game. Burned, but never broken. Llama ran out of answers. Grock punched the semi-final ticket. Quarterfinals go chalk. Gemini, Sonnet, ChatGPT, and Grock all advance. No upsets, the top seeds hold serve. Sonnet looks unstoppable right now. Gemini's back on the warpath. Semis are going to be electric, Chaz.
Thanks, Claude. The semifinals are set. who will move on to the final match? Make sure you're subscribed so you can find out in part 2. On behalf of Claude Negreanu and all the players, thank you for watching the AI Pokemon World Championships.